Hello, classmates, and probably YouTube eventually. Today, I'm going to be doing my cell diagram on Minecraft with a face cam. I don't know how this is going to go, and I have a piece of paper here with literally everything that I need to say, because it's just too much for me to remember by myself. So I guess I'll go ahead and get into it.
The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the organelles inside of a cell to a few things in Minecraft. This couldn't go wrong at all. So the first thing that we have is the cytoplasm, which I compared to slime. I have it as compared to the slime because it's gooey and slimy, and it just holds things together. It's pretty much that. The Golgi body. The Golgi body I compare to a villager. I compare them to a villager because they take proteins, store them, and then package them off to somewhere else, kind of like trading, such as what a villager does. The mitochondria I compared to a redstone torch, mainly because it creates energy, or ATP, or in this case, a redstone charge. The cell membrane, I compared to an iron door. I compared it to an iron door mainly because it holds the cytoplasm and everything that is inside of a cell, and it chooses what it would like to send out or come in, kind of like using redstone or a pressure plate. Next we have the rough and smooth ER, and I compare these to two different things. The rough ER I compared to food because it's kind of like a big packaging factory. I say that because the ribosomes go onto it and it becomes protein. And then the smooth ER, it works as a detox for the cell to make sure that that cells don't mutate. I chose food for the rough ER because proteins, and then I chose milk for the smooth ER because detoxing is kind of like removing any effect from a potion, like what milk does. And there they are. The nucleus I have as a control block, which there is none in this version of Minecraft. I have it as a control block because control blocks basically control everything inside the world, and the nucleus controls everything inside of a cell and tells everything inside of the cell what to do. The ribosomes I have also compared to food. Well, basically the ribosomes go onto the rough ER, and the rough ER packages them and sends them off, but the ribosomes is basically what creates proteins. The lysosomes I have as a dropper and lava. The reason I have it as a dropper and lava is because the lysosomes are actually detoxing also, and just recycling and digesting everything. Basically to make sure that you don't have a pile of bile inside of your, stomach or just body. Next I have a vacuole, which I have compared to a chest. I have this compared to a chest mainly because the vacuole is kind of like an organelle that holds things, mainly water, but a chest holds items. Chromosome, the chromosome is
Me. It's myself, it's who I am. In this case, I'm
Steve, and this is literally the cringiest part of this probably ever. The nucleus I have compared to a crafting table. I have it compared to a crafting table because it makes ribosomes, ribosomal, it basically is like another rough ER kind of. It works with ribosomes in order to create proteins. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open these iron doors, and I'm going to go up and explore the cell one-on-one with you guys. So as we head up, here's the cell membrane. Now if we look at this piece of paper, the cell membrane just so happens to be the semi-permeable surrounding cytoplasm of the cell. The cell membrane's main purpose is to prevent passage of polar molecules while allowing the relatively free diffusion of non-polar molecules. No, I definitely didn't just read that off of a piece of paper. Here we have the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm just so happens to be a jelly-like fluid within a cell in which organelles are suspended. the main purpose is to keep organelles in place and to aid transport, because that's what cytoplasm does. If we look to the left, we have ribosomes. The ribosomes are mainly made up of RNA, and the main purpose is to make proteins for the body. Over here we have the smooth ER, and the smooth ER, well, you know, it does things. The smooth ER is basically the same thing as the rough ER, except for the smooth ER does not have any ribosomes on it, and basically it works as a detoxing mechanism. That being said, the rough ER holds ribosomes on it and makes sure that it packages off ribosomes towards the cell and towards the body in order to give us the ribosomes that we need and the proteins. Speaking of which, here's the mitochondria. You know what the mitochondria is? That's right.
It's the powerhouse of the cell.
That being said, it actually does a few more things than you think it would.
No, it doesn't.
The mitochondria is an organelle found in large numbers in most cells, and the reason of this is it's pretty much the powerhouse of the cell. It's the actual organelle that performs cellular respiration, which is what gives us ATP and gives us energy to, do things. As we go up these stairs, we decide, here's the lysosomes. Now you might be wondering what the lysosomes is. The lysosomes is a cell organelle that is surrounded by a membrane. Now, that's a good description, isn't it? That's right.
It's because I got it off of Google.
The lysosome's main purpose is to digest the excess of worn-out organelles, food particles, and engulfed viruses of bacteria. So you know what that means. It keeps us not sick. Let's keep going. Right here, we have the Golgi apparatus, also known as the Golgi body. The Golgi body happens to be a complex of vesicles and folded membranes. This is a long thing. The Golgi body happens to be a complex of vesicles and folded membranes within the cytoplasm of most eukaryotic cells. Basically, the main purpose of the Golgi apparatus is to process and bundle macromolecules like proteins and lipids as they're being synthesized for the cell. Basically, it just packages things. And here we have the nucleus. The nucleus happens to be, well, exactly what you'd think it to be. I don't really need to look at this because the nucleus is basically what makes us us. It holds the DNA that makes us who we are. It pretty much that. It coordinates all activities of the cell. Just controls who we are as people. And then, underneath of that, by that, I mean inside of it, very middle, we have the nucleolus. The nucleolus, kind of just like the ribosomes or the rough ER, makes proteins using ribosomes, and it's called ribosomal subunits, which is
fun.
By the way, the nucleolus just so happens to be a small, dense, spherical structure in the nucleus of the cell. Alright, so we're completely done with the project. And what'd you think? Did you like it?
Good. I wouldn't either.
In front of us is two signs. It says go down to see my grade, and you can probably honestly already guess what my grade's gonna be. And I just hope that you guys did enjoy seeing me and paying attention to how bad this project sucked. And I'll see you in class tomorrow with my now failing grade in biology. Thank you, and goodbye.
I'm not wearing pants.